What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to check out a very strong team, I would say, here for Open Great League, submitted to the channel by a member of the community, YYDS Leo. So shout out to this battler, congrats on Legend last season. And they do have Diggersby, Slurpuff, and Shadow Granbull. So a double fairy backline, but utilizing the new Pokemon that you guys could throw into the mix here in the Great League with Slurpuff. So let's see how it does today. Alright, getting into the first battle here. Let's see how this goes. We have Diggersby on the lead versus Galarian Stunfisk. Okay, pretty positive lead right here. Obviously, Galarian Stunfisk on the backline would be very rough, but I will say, looking at the moveset, we do have Flamethrower and Close Combat is always going to be very nice, especially when there is less shields in play. So the Diggersby right here is going to go ahead and let this go through the Earthquake. Doesn't do too much damage. It's only neutral. Wow, this is going to be doing a lot to Galarian Stunfisk. So this will probably be forcing a shield right here from the opponent, and they do get it. So one shield already down. Shadow Hypno comes in, so they're going to go ahead and come in with the Granbull and charm their little heart out. Now it's a matter of, can the Granbull charm all the way down before two charge moves here from Hypno? They did sneak through a fast move right there, so let's see if the Hypno can get to 3. It needs 2 more confusions. There's 1, there's 2, and they fully charm down. Now this is why Shadow Granbull can be so deadly. They have close combat on the back end. This is what I was talking about. The synergy right here is really nice, as it will be forcing shield number 2 now. So Granbull does its job, takes out the Hypno, gets the final shield here from the Galarian Stunfisk, and the Diggersby is going to go ahead and clean this up, as they will be giving up the final shield now to potentially stop the next Earthquake. It is going to be a Rock Slide though, so a good shield bait, but this Earthquake now is going to be landing, taking out the Galarian Stunfisk, unless they did a swap right there. No, they didn't. And they do farm down. Final Pokemon is going to be a Muck. Alright, so obviously 2 counters to fairies, but it really didn't matter because Diggersby is such a strong Pokemon here in Open Great League. A really nice tank that you guys could use. Boom! One-shots it right there. Should have done a boom on Galarian Stunfisk, but that was kind of given. The Muck boom is much better. Good game. Moving to the next one. Walrein on the lead. Okay, so a lead loss right here. We will see a swap out now into Slurpuff, and they decide to bring in Crobat. Okay, really spicy Pokemon right here. I would say in Great League, me personally, I do like Golbat instead of Crobat, specifically with the fast move differences. This is Air slash Crobat, while Golbat has Wing Attack. So I do like the Wing Attack version a bit better, but they will be going for the Flamethrower right here. They do get a shield from the opponent. Flamethrower wouldn't have KO'd. Yeah, the Crobat probably could have gotten away with no shielding that and just fully farming down. But that's okay. We're going to see the Diggersby now come in, but at least getting a shield here really sets up Diggersby to potentially take out Walrein later on in this match, because Fire Punch does do neutral damage. So they're going to go ahead and go for Shadow Ball. It doesn't do that much damage, neither does the Poison Fang, so either way. I mean, Poison Fang at least would maybe be doing debuffs here. This is just a rough situation. They're going to go for Earthquake now. This is going to be resisted, but it still does a decent amount of damage. But this game is looking pretty tough right now, as Crobat is going to be able to, or the Cross Poisons, I should say, not Poison Fangs, Cross Poisons. You guys get what I meant. They're going to go ahead and go for the Fire Punch. Diggersby is so low that this game is going to be tough to come back from. They do see a swap out right away. Granbull with 2 shields. Walrein now coming in, and they're not swapping out. This charm is absolutely shredding, and a Trevenant is not going to be doing well either, as they will be able to shield right here and fully charm down. This is what happens if you get the hard counter to fairies out on the field with the Crobat like we saw. Granbull can have a really fun time in the end game going for these charms. They're obviously going to have to shield right here, and this is going to be so close. Here comes the first Icicle Spear. Charms now. Is it going to be enough? They're going to go for the Crunch instead of going for the extra charm. Is this going to pay off? Will it apply the debuff? They do get a shield, no debuff, and a CMP tie, unfortunately. So Granbull will go down. Diggersby is extremely low, but has a little bit of energy. Are they going to make it? They should be able to. 1 HP in a dream. They pull it off. Diggersby coming in clutch right there with the Fire Punch, taking out the Walrein. Good game. Very well played. Alright, moving to the next one, we have Diggersby on the lead versus Trevenant. Okay, so it's kind of a tough one. They're going to decide to go into Slurpuff right here. I mean, you do have Fire Punch there while resisting Shadow Claws. But still, I think what they're reading and the reason why they did swap into Slurpuff here is to try to draw out maybe the Galarian Stunfisk, something that can beat the Steel or the Fairies. That way, Granbull can have a much better time in the end game. But the opponent is not swapping out, and that is something to note. If this happens in your games, they may be weak in the back to Fairies. So we do see an even shield right there as they go for another Flamethrower, hoping to get the final shield away. Because if all shields go down right here, Granbull is going to have a really nice time. They do get 2 shields, especially with them not swapping out. I imagine Granbull is going to do very well against this backline. Alright, so Seed Bomb is going to be getting, oh man, barely hangs on, not able to get to another charge move. But in this situation, you got to come in with Granbull and farm down. Reason being, you could farm down, throw the close combat if need be, and then swap out to clear your debuff. And that is exactly what they're deciding to do. And they will shield the potential Shadow Ball right here. It is just going to be another Seed Bomb. So hopefully they can charm down in time. No, it's going to be back-to-back Seed Bombs right here. Going to get Granbull extremely low, and let's see what decides to come in. A Galarian Stunfisk. Okay, so there was one lurking in the back, but remember, Slurpuff does have access to Flamethrower, so maybe they were fearing that. But now we're in a no-shield situation on both sides, so Diggersby obviously looking very strong here with Earthquake, and they will take advantage of it. And we see a shiny Sableye come in as well. Now this Sableye, it's going to be a matter of if it can get to the foul play in time. But Diggersby could get to a Fire Punch right here and close this thing out. They will get to the Fire Punch now, but is this going to be enough damage? I think it is. The Sableye is only 14-17 combat power, which means they are working on their XL just like me. So I hear you out there, man. Whoever the opponent battler is, they're going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake now, taking out the Galarian Stunfisk, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Boom! One-shots it right there. Good game. Alright, had that been higher combat power, I think it would have survived the Fire Punch and gotten the foul play off. But either way, good game. Alright, we got another Walrein on the lead, so we will see that Slurpuff come in. And we do see a Lantern come in now. That's a Spark Lantern. We're going to see Energy Balls. And this is why Slurpuff could be a really nice safe swap. You have the Energy Ball there for stuff like Lantern, right? And other Pokemon that are weak to it, maybe Swamperts, what have you. You also have Flamethrower for Registeels, Galarian Stunfisk. It's really nice coverage. So this charge and the Fairy Wind energy gain is really nice too. So you will set yourself up with shield advantage in a lot of these situations, or at least get it to even shields, which is what they're looking to do, and try to get to one more energy ball to force that final shield. Because again, if you can get 2 shields from your opponent here in the mid game, you can get that Granbull sweep with close combat and charm potentially. So they do go for another energy ball here, forcing the final shield now from Lantern, unless they want to give up switch advantage, and they do. The opponent decides to let it go. They're going to come in with Walrein and try to farm down, but they're going to have to throw an Icicle Spear right here. So this is fine. They're empty on energy now, which means Granbull should be able to charm down with only having to give up 1 shield in this situation, as Charm is going to be doing a lot of damage. They might have, oh man, this is going to be so close. They're desperately trying to get to 2. That's good timing on the opponent. I don't think a Charm got through right there. They will have to give up a shield, but I don't think they're going to make it to another Icicle Spear. Nope, they do. Okay, I'm terribly wrong. I was completely miscounting right there. These are sped up, so it's hard to keep track, especially with the shadow animations, but that's okay. They do charm down. They have energy. It's going to be a Skarmory. Okay, so this close combat now should be getting the final shield. If not, it's just going to do a ton of damage, and they do get the final shield. So now Diggersby should be able to close this one out with Fire Punches. Now, this has got to be very careful timing. The Skarmory decides to throw Sky Attack right away. If the Skarmory ever decides to go for the Brave Bird, which they didn't right there, but they might try to go on the next one here, these Fire Punches need to get the Skarmory out of the air, because if a Brave Bird lands, as it is neutral damage, this is not steel, right? It's normal ground, so it will take neutral. This is not looking good. Here you can see the Brave Bird coming from a mile away. Here comes the next Fire Punch. Is it? It's definitely not going to be enough. Can they get to the second one though? Oh, they get to it, but Skarmory gets a fast move through right there. That might seal the deal if it can survive, as Fire Punch, nope, takes it out. Skarmory goes down. Diggersby coming in clutch right there. Good game. All right, moving to the next one, we have Diggersby on the lead versus Altaria. Okay, so this is a tough one, but they do have 2 answers in the back, and we will see that swap out right away into Slurpuff. And those Fairy Winds doing a decent amount of little chunk damage right there, but unfortunately here for Slurpuff, their charge moves are resisted. So the Altaria is going to go ahead and throw the Sky Attack, and they will shield, and we do see a Venusaur come in, but this is where Slurpuff with the tongue out is loving the situation, as they will be doing super effective damage. A Flamethrower, and it lands for so much damage. They can go for Energy Ball now, potentially applying that debuff. Obviously, it's going to be enough damage even though it is resisted, and they will be getting shield, so that is beautiful. It's a little bit less energy. Now, are they going to decide to double shield right here? They are going for the double shield, stopping that Sludge Bomb. Can they farm down in time? They definitely will be able to get to this Energy Ball, but it's going to be a race between the Fairy Wind damage. They might swap out as well to try to catch the charge move here. They do swap out, and they do catch the charge move. Huge! Huge, huge, huge swap right there. Catching the Sludge Bomb now, going to be heavily resisted, and we do see the Altaria come back in. So Slurpuff is still healthy. Decent amount, about a 1/3 HP, and in Shadow Granbull is gonna come in, shred down the Altaria, and then close combat what is likely going to be a Steel-type Pokemon in the back. It may not. It may be something like Lantern. Either way, close combat is probably going to be doing a lot of neutral or super effective damage, given the team so far is a Flyer and a Poison, so they have coverage to fighters right now. So these Fire Punches, not doing too much. Altaria is just committing to the hard farm down. But oh nope, they decide to throw energy right here, which is perfect, as Granbull might be able to do 2 charms before Altaria gets to a Sky Attack. They are loaded on energy. There's 1. There's 2. Are they going to swap? No. Okay, so they don't catch the charge move. They could have potentially swapped right there into Slurpuff to catch it, but this Dazzling Gleam is going to do so much damage. They swap out, farm down the Venusaur. What is going to be in the back? Oh, it's going to be an Umbreon. Okay, so something that is weak to close combat, like we said earlier. The Energy Ball now not going to be doing too much damage, so unfortunately, Slurpuff right here does not have a Fairy-type charge move to do that super effective damage. And the Umbreon is in a good position where if they overload on energy, they should be able to get a foul play here against Slurpuff and a last resort against the Granbull. So let's see, or they can just go for double foul plays, honestly. Oh, Dark Pulse. Okay, so that's going to be enough to take it out, and here comes the next Dark Pulse. So that is very unfortunate right there, but had they maybe caught the Sky Attack, they could have potentially close combated the Umbreon. But either way, really good games right there. Fun team utilizing the new Fairy Wind Fairy type Pokemon Slurpuff. Energy Ball and Flamethrower, really nice synergies, and it does well in the safe swap like we saw. It has potential against the Steels because of Flamethrower, and it does well against a lot of the Waters because of Energy Ball. So shout out to YYDS Leo for sharing these battles with us. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.